reporting live from the red carpet at the world's most respected red carpet, the 91st Academy Awards. And as we close out Black History Month, wouldn't it be amazing if Spike Lee, whose Black Klansman is nominated for 6 Academy Awards, took home the Academy Award for Best Director, making him the first Black person to win in that category. And this would in fact be Spike Lee's first Academy Award. Wouldn't it be great if we closed out Black History Month with legendary costume designer Ruth Carter bringing home the Academy Award for Best Costume Design for that blockbuster showstopper, Black Panther? This is Ruth's 3rd nomination in this category, but wouldn't it be great if she brought that Oscar home?
It means so much for me personally because you guys aren't able to witness this, but the love and support and the lifting up that I have received on my journey as an actor in just this last 5 months, how many people have been rooting for me. And it has not just been Black people, although, you know, the Black family has always lifted me, but it's just a reminder of when Hattie McDaniels won. She didn't win just because Black people voted for her. She won because she gave an amazing performance, and especially then, the Academy was not as reflective as it is now. We're still trying to get more reflective, still trying to get there. But I feel like I've had so many women that have paved the way, are paving the way. And I feel like I walk in their light, and I also am creating my own light. And there are young women that will walk in the light that I'm continuing to shine and expand from those women before me. You know, I'm blessed and highly favored.
Set that I walked onto that was completed was the casino, and I was driving into work, and I knew that they were finishing up the night before, and the stage door happened to be opened, and I thought, let me pull over and walk in. Nobody was there, and the lights were on, and I walked in, and I walked to the middle of that set, and I just fell to my knees and cried because I never thought I would be there. I never thought that I would ever have that opportunity to do something on that scale. I never thought that, I never saw anyone like me have an opportunity to do something like that on that scale. I attribute that to Ryan Coogler and Marvel Films. But it felt like it does now.
Thank you so much.
Legendary Lunel. That's what I'm going to call you, Legendary Lunel.
I'll take that. My goodness, that sounds good to me.
Because you have blown the trail out and have paved the way. Who's one of your favorite young comedians today? And it's okay to have favorites. Y'all always want to be like, oh, you can't ask if somebody has favorites. It's okay to have favorites.
I can't really think of a favorite right now because I don't want to say the wrong thing, because I do have some favorites, but I can't really think of one right now. But I will say that, you know, I'm only blazing a trail from the people who blazed the trail before me, you know.
Who are some of those?
Well, like the Laura Hayes, who's from Oakland, like myself.
Oh, wow.
And Mark Curry, who is also from Oakland, like myself. That was my big inspiration.
You remind me of Della Reese. Right?
Do I?
Style that's like Della Reese, and then you guys have that weight and that raspiness to your voice as well.
Pearl Bailey sometimes. So, well, that's an ultimate compliment, and I'll take that. Thank you.
What is your advice to young women who may be getting bullied?
I would just say, I mean, I've been bullied in the past too. I always say tell someone, tell your mom, tell a teacher, or even if you see someone getting bullied, make sure you stand up for them because sometimes they don't have that one person to tell them like everything's gonna be okay or help them through the situation because it can be a really hard time. So definitely speak up for that person and don't be afraid to fight back, and not physically fight back, but like verbally.
I like that. Thank you so much, Sky. It's a pleasure talking to you. So good to see you. Beautiful. Can you smell delightful? Wait, can we get a I love this girl? Turn around, please. My New York girl, my New York girl. Listen, can we talk about the 6 nominations on Black Klansman? Congratulations, Damaris.
Every point.
Ah, girl. How are you,
Huh?
how are you feeling? I mean,
I feel great. I think we're all really, I'm out here for Spike. You know, it's his first time being nominated for Best Director, and it takes a village. And so I'm part of that village, and I'm going to be here with that tribe.
talk to me about the legendary Spike Lee when you talk about black men in Hollywood.
Oh, God. Spike is Spike. Spike, I say frequently that legends don't fit in. Anybody whose name you know because they didn't fit in, and Spike Lee is a man who didn't lead by what he looked like. He led with his art. Wow. And now we're all here celebrating.
Name like 2 things that you really took away from working with him.
2 things I took away when working with Spike. Do the work. Do the work. That's it.
You're so New York. That's why I love you. I will see you inside, my girl. Tonight, the focus is Black Men in Hollywood. We're honoring Tim Story and George Tillman Jr. Talk to me about the impact that their films and their stories have had on the culture.
Well, I mean, you're in for a fabulous program. I was here earlier for rehearsal and had the opportunity to walk through. It's going to be a fabulous program. But I just think, you know, I shared earlier, like coming off of Oscars So White about 4 years ago, to recognize, to be here, to recognize Black men who are changing narratives, shaping culture, helping us to understand who we are, and also sharing with the world who we are is really, really powerful. So I'm just really excited to be here about all the work, and then there's Shaft coming out this summer. So there is so much happening. Yes, yes, yes.
I saw that. I was like, yes.
Yes, so I mean the work that both George and Tim continue to do to impact Hollywood and to impact culture and beyond the world in terms of how we understand and see ourselves. It's just so important. So I'm really honored to be here tonight. I'm excited to host tonight with who I call my host hubby, Chris.
Uptown is your family.
Chris Spencer. That is family for me, and I'm just really excited to be in the room. I've had an affinity and a connection to Uptown for many years, having worked with Lynn Burnett when I was the editor of Vibe Vixen more than 12 or 13 years ago. Yes, it's been a while, and so I'm always honored to support Uptown and always grateful to be a part of the Lexus family, who has shown me so much love and also just really is about the work in the community. So I'm really grateful to be here, Tanisha.
Hey, now,
How are you, Mr. Tillman?
Good. I'm doing good. How you doing?
Good. So how does it feel to be honored tonight by Uptown Magazine for its pre-Oscar gala?
Oh, that's great, because I love Uptown Magazine for years. Some of the articles and some of the photography they have in there really enlighten us about music, entertainment, and film, so I'm excited to be here.
You want to talk to us about your upcoming projects?
Well, I'm working on a pilot right now for ABC.
Wow, ABC.
And I got a new Angie Thomas who wrote The Hate You Give, my last film. Now she has a new book called The Come Up. It's a great book. It's debuted at #1, so we're going to be working on that next as well.
Wow. So when we talk about black men in Hollywood, who are some of the black men that have impacted your career, black men in Hollywood?
Oh, come on, Spike Lee, you know, Albert and Allen Hughes, John Singleton, all these guys are great. They've been making films and impacting Hollywood for years.
So we are live on this amazing black carpet for Uptown Magazine pre-Oscar Gala honoring black men in Hollywood. And taking center stage tonight is Tim Story. Talk to me a little bit about some of the black men who have helped inspire your career as a storyteller.
Good question.
Thank you so much. That's some real journalism.
I was gonna mention a few of them. Yeah, like Spike Lee, Robert Townsend.
Robert Townsend. You know what? To me, Robert Townsend does not get the credit he deserves. I don't know what is going on with that.
He doesn't get the credit. But you know, Charles Schultz, Stan Lathan, there's so many that I just kind of look to, and I like comedy, so when I think of Sidney Poitier with Stir Crazy, and just there's so many that just inspire me, and you know, can't forget the ladies like Julie Dash and Maya Angelou. So there's just, you know, a lot of inspiring people out there that I like to remember.
So what
is your writing process like?
My, you know, I don't,
Do you have like a writing colony? Can you write with music on? Do you write more on a train ride?
It's early morning. Like anywhere early morning before others wake up. If I can kind of do that, then it kind of allows me to focus because I don't believe a lot of other stuff is going on. Sometimes it's hard to shut off, but at 4 in the morning, nobody's doing much, you know, so.
And that's the beautiful creative hour.
Absolutely, absolutely, yes.
So talk to me a little about those moments where you're kind of having a difficult time turning a point in the story. Like, how do you get through that?
You know, sometimes I stop right where you are, leave everything where it is, and go watch a movie that inspired you, or go watch scenes. There's certain scenes I bring back, and if I'm able to, if I need more time, I'll go to a museum. What you gotta do is you gotta try to get away from what you're trying to solve, and it kind of loosens your brain up a little bit.